Hello everyone, Praise here, and welcome back to more Kirby Canvas Curse. Last time, we saw the little bounty boy Waldy off as he did some rainbow runs, and now, well, we're off to another adventure. Another main story playthrough with, the DDD ball. This was one of the two I was worried about. So before we get into the game, because I'm going to be focusing a lot, because if it wasn't obvious to tell just by looking at your screen right now, the DDD ball is the largest of all the balls. So there's a plus and a negative to all that. One, it is arguably the strongest of all the balls, depending upon how good you are with hitboxes. It also has the most health out of all the balls you can get. I think actually once all upgrades are obtained, the only ball that matches it is Kirby. But the downside is, because it's bigger, it can be hit a lot easier. And because it's bigger, it doesn't go up very well. It sinks like a rock, almost, but it doesn't go up very well. This will help us and hinder us at the same time, and you'll see why as we go. So somehow, even while in ball form, DDD has his hammer. So I will say that if you're here to see high damage runs or want to do some of the most damage in the game, consider DDD, because his hammer can actually absolutely just mollywop bosses. But because he's so big and has so much weight to him, it's hard to keep him at a consistent speed. It's hard to keep him going at a consistent speed, mainly because, well, he has added weight to him. So because he has added weight to him, he will follow physics a lot more, and that includes any downward momentum. Although I guess I should probably get used to using his hammer more to get him to do stuff, instead of just being reliant on poking. He barely fits the cannons. Instead of poking it at barriers like I have been in the past, it'd probably be more beneficial if I actually have him swing at stuff. Anyway. Now, do not expect a lot of bonus stars while playing as DDD during these jumps. Because of his heavy weight, he will... Only if you are extremely skilled at this will you get above 1,000 meters, or 1,000 distance, whatever you want to say. Now, of all the balls, I will say DDD is... Oh, yeah. Gotta have that comic foil coming in there. But I will say, of all the balls, DDD is like my least favorite of them all to play as. It's actually kind of weird. Like, he's my least favorite and he's my least favorite to play as in terms of mobility. But when it comes to him in a boss scenario, oh yeah, he'll take on a boss. Which, if you've been paying attention at home, the only actual boss in the game is Drossia. So with that knowledge in mind, we only get to flex as DDD once throughout the entire game. Although I think he can actually break all these, we're not going to get the opportunity to at this point, but I'm pretty sure DDD can actually break all of these, what you want to call them, these, if we can get him in his chance to, we can break those, metal blocks. So, just be prepared, well, you're going to want to use that to your advantage. There he goes. Help DDD. He is not having a good time. But yeah, so yeah, DDD does have the most health. It does have the most health, I want to say. Well, no, I know he has the most health. He has the most health and the most offense, but he is just a problem to use. Don't be surprised if his weight or if his size is the reason why I die several times. Incompetency is the reason I probably died so many times with other balls. The sheer size of DDD is what's probably going to make me lose lives in this run. In this run of the main story. He's a big boy. Big boy gotta go. Big boy gotta go places. And unfortunately, going places is a little rough. Anyway. you know, I'm going to be prioritizing health so much because he's got so much of a health pool to dig through. But that's probably what's going to ultimately get me KO'd, is just me prioritizing that health pool. No, I wanted to go, thank you. I was like, I wanted to go down. Down is the direction the penguin can go. Now, I will say, I managed to draw a line somewhere in that mess, by the way. Yeah, I didn't even get over 1,000. I will say, at some point in all this, mess, and kind of pull back the curtain, I will say that there is a 5th character we can play as. I won't reveal what that character is because I think the requirements for seeing that 5th character are actually tied to pure 100%, or if you have a what do you want to call it? Or if you have another version of the game, or if you have another game from the Kirby franchise. Now would be a good time to remind you folks that this game came out on the original DS, which the original DS in current media has a history of being regarded as the original DS has a history of basically being a wide palm user? Wide palmed person? Okay, he cannot break missile blocks, noted. If you got big hands, the DS is the perfect GBA for you. We'll say that much. Cause yeah, the GBA actually has the DS actually has a Game Boy Advance slot on it. Huh. If I just tap, will I actually keep on my speed and slap dudes? I might actually. I feel like he's going faster than I anticipate. Hold on. Wait. Do DDD have schmoves? Huh. DDD might have schmoves. Hold on. Anyway. Yeah, the original... Unfortunately, I'm playing on a 3DS, so I unfortunately cannot... Well, 2DS specifically. Because I am playing on a 2DS, I cannot showcase this functionality. There we go. Actually got over 1,000. Because I'm on a 2DS, I cannot show the functionality, but there is another character you can unlock in this game simply by taking either your copy of Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland, or Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and sticking it into the bottom slot of your DS and then turning on this game. You just unlock another ball to play as, or another character, however you want to say. I've been saying both. I won't judge you if you say one or the other. Anyway, time to use. We gotta use DDD's heavy to his benefit. Uh oh. DDD, that's not to your benefit. Man said heavy, and I said no, DDD, not now. Heavy is not now. Heavy is later. This is not a fighting game, DDD. Don't input raw heavy. Let me do that in my own time. Oh no, they've learned my strategy. They've learned how I play fighting games. Round start, raw heavy. Man, I'm being like so cautious with DDD's movement just because he is so cumbersome. Like, I'm pretty sure we were like, I'm not going to sit here and compare timestamps because, oh lord, that would be a problem. But I'm pretty sure when we were starting off the Waddle Dee segment of this, we were like, I'm pretty sure when we were in the Waddle Dee segment, we were like already, we were about to, are we in the last level of this world? And we were actually threatening to finish off that level by this point. Oh my gosh, you are such a wide body. Help you. Although it does help for segments like that where where there's actually downward hill slopes. Oh man. Getting DDD to go up, that is a chore in itself. And also, would also like to take a moment to remind you that, well, if you guys are familiar with tile-based stuff, I realize I'm probably talking to a younger audience. I do realize I'm probably talking to a younger audience who doesn't understand the words I'm saying in this regard, but if you are old enough to remember how tile-based things works, actually, let's test my theory. Let's test my theory. Yep, DD can break metal blocks. Anyway. If you are someone who remembers that older games have tile-based sets, I want you to recall that most of the holes in this game are 2 tiles wide, and DDD is also approximately 2 tiles wide, whereas every other character is 1 tile wide. Meaning, going through holes is a problem. Nope, didn't hit it. Try again. Huh, neat. Just gonna have to get used to using the wide-bodied boy and being able to poke things in rapid succession. And also being severely disappointed by your distance in these, severely disappointed by your longest drive, we'll say, in these portions, in these bonus game segments. Now, it is a, it should be obvious, but it is a new recording session for me. And I'm wondering if either by potential sheer luck or something that we might be able to finish off the entirety of the DDD playthrough of this game before the end of this week. Only time will tell, but I feel like it takes about 5 or 6 videos to do a main story playthrough with any character outside of the first one with Kirby. But any subsequent playthrough, but any other any playthrough with anybody but Kirby of the main story takes like 5 days. So I'm like a little worried about what's to come. I'm a little worried about the time frame that's to come to see if DD will be my slowest play or if not. Oh my gosh, you are so big. I have to actively poke every single cloud to get you that. Oh, okay, good. I have to actively poke every single cloud to get you to go through. Whole bunch of poking. Actually, I gotta wonder, I should have maybe tested that. If DDD's like, because you guys can see the screen on the right side there that basically says, oh, this is where your character is in relation to the rest of the game. Oh gosh. Oops. Yeah, DDD's the only one that's got like a unique sprite in this game that's not based on the DS or the Game Boy Advance games, where like, because they don't want to have to put the whole sprite of DDD falling in combat, they've got a... There we go. But yeah, they've got like a whole sprite dedicated to him being in ball form and dying. Because I think until... No, I don't think Return to Dreamland was out at the time of this game being out. I don't think DDD ever hasn't been playable in a game quite yet. Before this one. I want to say this game was the first time DDD was a playable character outside of like Smash Brothers or anything like that, and only in ball form. Don't worry, DDD, we'll get you to the status of main playable character at some point. It's just not today. Oh yeah, I'm like looking over the sides like, oh yeah, I can already tell that they're actually going a little bit slower than before. I mean, we might still finish off level 2 before the day is done, but still. Soar, you magnificent penguin. Penguins are flightless bird scooter. Uh-oh. I told DD to go fly. I told the flightless bird to go fly. Actually, the irony in that is that he's not... The irony in that is DD actually isn't flightless. Like, that's actually the fun thing. Like, you know, finding out about things about lore from between game to game. Like, the reason Kirby learned how to inhale is oddly enough because of DDD. And the fact that Kirby can fly is also, oh boy, is also because of DDD. So, ironically enough, in being his main, oh boy, stop. Oh boy. In addition to being one of his greatest rivals, DDD is actually, oddly enough, Kirby's greatest teacher on how to do everything he does. So now's the point where you can go down to the comments and say thanks, DDD. DDD, the reason why Kirby is how he is. And if you think I'm joshing, you know, I implore you, please, go prove me wrong. I am fairly certain there is lore out there that specifically says that Kirby knows how to do half of what he does because of DDD. Now can I? Nope, I cannot roll up the hill simply by tap dashing. DDD is such a large lad that he... Well, I was hopeful. Don't worry, I'm just gonna burn him a little bit. What? Y'all like chicken? I understand DDD is not a chicken, but y'all like chicken? We're gonna have a roast chicken tonight. But anyway, I think I was starting to say it before, and I guess I'll finish that thought now. It's like, because DDD has such a large health pool, I'm going to be abusing that fact and probably dashing as much as I can into health pickups, because he's going to have so much health to soak up so much damage that he'll have less lives, but because he has like double the health Waddle Dee does, he'll have almost the same amount of lives as Waddle Dee, because he doesn't have to rely on the bonus game to get further. Anyway, things kind of spaced out roughly the same length, oddly enough. So, next time on King Dedede and the Canvas Curse, we'll head off to level 3, and we'll probably get about halfway through level 4 before we end things off for that video. I'll see you folks then. Take care.